Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm not sure how many of you watched the Elections Committee this week, so I want to walk you through a few very key things that happened. First, there was an attorney there to be a technical witness. I asked him, "Who are you here on behalf of?" He informed me that was protected by attorney-client privilege. I asked him, "Who is paying you to be here?" Once again, he wouldn't answer that question. So then I asked, "Are you being paid to be here?" Once again, he didn't answer that question. So then, as my colleagues have stated, I asked the most fundamental and simplest of questions. Who drew the maps? So let me share the answers I was shared with. First, it was Assembly. Here we are. Put your hands in the air if you drew the maps. Didn't see one go in the air. So then I was told it was the legislature. Once again, here we are. I'm part of the legislature. I didn't draw these maps. So then I was mocked for not being a part of leadership. That leadership and the leadership team drew these maps. The leadership team's here. Anybody want to own up to it? Our majority leader admitted she did not directly draw these maps, and she is leadership. Is this the type of transparency you're promising voters? That I was mocked for asking that question? You're not mocking me. You're mocking voters by not answering that question. These maps, in the language it says the Assembly Elections Committee wrote it. That is 7 people. 7. Me and my colleague can say we did not participate in the drawing of these maps. So I am asking that this is factually incorrect in the bill, and I am asking the author to remove the words the Assembly Elections Committee and include the Democrat colleagues on that committee that are willing to put their names on paper that they drew these maps, because I will not be included in the debauchery that has happened with the drawing of these maps.
Are you requesting to ask a question of the author?
I'm requesting that the author takes the amendment that we remove the Assembly Elections Committee language, because I am one of 7 people. That is a small group of people that you have lumped me in with when I didn't even know. My member portal did not even say that I had an Elections Committee hearing until less than 24 hours before the hearing.
Concurrences cannot be amended.
Then I am asking a question of the author.
I will address this
Without
in my
objection.
close. I will address this in my close.
Thank you.
This is not transparency, and you know it's not. You can stand here and admonish us all day long, but this is fundamental to your entire lecture today, that this is the most transparent process. The chair of this committee didn't even know that the maps had been amended. And you want to say that the Elections Committee drafted these maps. This is wrong, this is deceit, and I will make sure the voters know that.